Greetings, friends. Welcome to Immaculate Yoga. My name is Margaret. I'm be guiding you guys through a nice little spicy full body flow here today. Let's bring your hands to heart center and set an intention for your practice today. Seated on your heels, toes curled under. Press your hips back towards your heels. And then my intention that I'm going to set today is very simple. It's just to show up for myself when I say I'm going to show up for myself. And in turn, that's showing up for others. Because I told my good friend Kat that I was going to make this video about 2 weeks ago. And here I am today making a variation of this flow. So this is going to be called the Cat Flow, guys. So just settle into your breath here. Take nice deep inhales and exhales. Activate your Ujjayi breath. Taking deep inhales in through your nose. And letting those exhales travel back out through your nose. Rise up off your heels, lift your hips up, reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Inhale for this modified extended mountain. Bring your hands to heart center, press your hips back towards your heels, and just breathe. Release your palms, reach your fingertips up to the ceiling, and then bring your right hand to your left ear. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder, and maybe you flex your left wrist, reaching your fingertips towards your wrist. And let's switch that out. Just placing your left hand to your right ear. Drop your left ear to left shoulder. Not creating any tension on that left ear. Just placing it there. Release. And if you want to start making some shoulder circles, rolling your shoulders forward and back. Just warming up your shoulders. Matching up your breath with your movement. Go ahead and switch it out and go in the opposite direction here. Breathe. And if you want to start taking some neck circles, rolling your neck in one direction, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest, drop the crown of your head back. And then switch it out and go into the left side. Just doing whatever feels good to your body right now. Warming up. Go ahead and find some stillness. Plant your palms, let's say about 6 inches in front of your knees. The closer you bring your hands in front of your knees, the more compression you'll get. And we're going to do some pike, kneeling to pike press. So lift your hips up to the ceiling. We're doing this 4 times. Drop your knees to the floor, toes pressed into the floor. Lift your hips up and drop your knees down. When you lift the hips up, engage your core. And then roll over to your heels. Walk your hands back to your feet, and let's meet in the back of your mat in a forward fold. Take it right into ragdoll, clasping your elbows, or taking whatever variation you want to with your hands, and sway side to side. Shake your head yes, no, maybe so. Just listening to your body and doing whatever feels organic to your body right now, today. It doesn't have to be the same thing it was yesterday. Just listen to your body today. Every day is different. And I'm going to see that today because my balance was so off today, but I decided to just continue to bring this video out. You're going to see all, and I didn't even edit. Release your fingertips. Go ahead and open your feet up wide, bend your knees, and take it into Malasana. And into Uttanasana, forward fold. Malasana. Uttanasana, forward fold, moving with your breath. Inhale, drop your hips, Malasana. You got one more after this. Forward fold, exhale, Uttanasana. Last one, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and heel toe your feet back into center. Take halfway lift. Oh no, bend your knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Crown of your head rising up last. Roll your shoulder blades in and down your back. Reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Go ahead and clasp your left wrist with your right palm. Reach your fingertips over to the right, hips over to the left. And breathe. Squaring your shoulders and your hips to the front of the mat. Rise up, inhale, switch it out. Clasp your right wrist with your left palm. Reach your fingertips over to the left, hips over to the right. Feeling that stretch all along the right side of your body. Release. Take a mini back bend. Cactus your arms. Interlace your hands behind your back. Reach your knuckles to the floor. Chest up to the sky. And fold forward. Rinsing out your shoulders here. Try not to lock out your elbows. Get a little deeper into that. Halfway lift, keeping that bind. Pull the pit of your belly into your spine. And then release your palms. And let's walk it out to high plank. Okay. And see, I couldn't really get it right today, because I really don't know what I want to do here. So we're going to hold plank here for a little while. So breathe into it. If you got some music, you can get some music on in the background. Listen to some music. And you'll still hear my voice. We're going to hold this plank for about a minute. So I shouldn't have spoiled it. I should have just let you wonder. And just breathe. Setting your gaze in between your thumbs. Pull the pit of your belly into your spine. Squeeze your inner thighs into each other. You can open your feet up wide for more stability. If you want to bring in the mats width apart, but squeezing everything in towards midline. Stacking your heels on top of your toes. I could benefit from shifting a little forward here. That's the beauty in recording yourself. You get to always make those adjustments that you should be making. See, I shifted a little forward. Sometimes you can just feel it in your body. That's that proprioception, knowing where your body is in space and time. And you gain that from doing yoga. That is something you can get from doing yoga. It helps you with your proprioception. I actually learned the word doing yoga. So just breathe here. Trying to keep. We're going to shift back to down dog. And then round your spine, shift back forward to high plank. Press back downward facing dog. Like you're moving through water, it's a wave, shift forward into high plank. Using that Ujjayi breath, that ocean breath. Press back down dog. Shift forward, high plank. Shift back down dog. And then find some movement with your breath. Maybe you shift forward on your inhale. And exhale, shift back. Shift forward, inhale. And exhale, shift back. Just moving back and forth a couple of times with your breath. And then we're going to tap your shoulders. Bring your left hand to right shoulder. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand to right shoulder. And bring it to side plank. Reach your left fingertips up to the ceiling. Right palm planted into the floor. You can stagger your feet here for stability. Or you can stack your heels on top of each other. We're going to take a little variation here. So press your hips up to the ceiling. Maybe walk your gaze up to your left thumb. And see, I can figure out what I want to do here. We're going to reach over to the right side. And then lift your left fingertips back up to the ceiling. Exhale, reach. Inhale, open up. 2 more. Exhale, reach. Inhale, open up. This last one. Exhale, reach. And then bring it to side plank. Left forearm down. Reach your right fingertips up to the ceiling. Stack your right hip on top of your left hip. You can flex your toes. Drop your hips to the floor and then press them up to the ceiling. You got 3 more. Drop them down. Press them up. Drop it down. Press it up. Drop them down. Press them up. Forearm plank. Drop both forearms to the floor. You can plant your palm, pressing your palms and forearms into the floor. Drop your right hips over to the right and then over to the left. Hips over to the right and left. Let's do that 6 more times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Drop your hips to the floor and let's take it to Sphinx. Pressing down through your hips. Pressing down through all 10 toes. Squeeze your heels into each other. Pull your pelvis up to your belly button. Reach the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Press down through your forearms. Maybe you lift your elbows up off the floor without dumping into your lower back. You can stay right here in Sphinx, friends, or you can shift back to puppy. Stacking your hips on top of your knees. Extend your arms out long. Maybe you can bring your forehead to the floor. And then maybe eventually bring your chin to the floor. Your throat to the floor. And then your chest hits the floor. And just breathe. Staying right here, taking deep inhales in through your nose. And exhales out through your nose. Just allowing gravity pull your chest into the floor. Let's shift back into Sphinx. Stacking your shoulders on top of your elbows, pressing down through your forearms, reach the crown of your head up to the ceiling. And then we're going to press up, curl your toes under, and press up to forearm plank. Known as dolphin plank too. So right here with your hips down. And then we're going to lift your hips up, walk your toes in close to your elbows, take it into dolphin. And then lift your elbows off the floor. Walk your hands back to your heels, to your toes. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up to extended mountain. Maybe take a mini back bend. And forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. I got the wrong clothes on today. Never mind me. Walk it out to high plank. But you know, your eyes should be on your mat, so let's go for those shoulder taps again. So just listen to my voice. Left hand, right shoulder, right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder, right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder, right hand, left shoulder. Left to right, right, left, left, right, right to left. Then we pause here and take it into a side plank. There we go. Reach your right fingertips up to the ceiling. Walk your gaze to your right thumb. And we're going for that twist. Twisting over to the left and reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Last one, exhale, twist. Taking that to forearm plank. Drop your right arm down. Reach your left fingertips up. Walk your gaze to your left thumb. Stacking your heels on top of each other. Stagger your feet. Drop your hips to the floor and then press up. Drop them down. Press up. Drop it down. Press up. Drop it down. Press them up. Let's come to forearm plank. Dropping both forearms down. Drop those hips to line them up with your shoulders. Drop your hips over to the right and the left for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take that back to center and hold it here. Ooh, and drop your hips to the floor. I'm moving a little fast. You can slow it down a bit like we're moving through water. Let's go for Sphinx. Pressing your forearms into the floor. Reach the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Press all 10 toes into the floor. And maybe you lift your elbows off the floor. And shift back to puppy. So, falling off where you left back in. Coming back to where you left back on the first set. Stacking your hips on top of your knees. Extend your arms out long and taking it to your fullest expression here. And breathe. Staying connected to your Ujjayi breath. When we're ready, go ahead and slide back forward into that Sphinx pose. Pressing down through your forearms. And then curl your toes under, press up to forearm plank. And then we're taking that into dolphin. Lift your hips up to the ceiling and breathe. You can drop to your knees or stay right there and lift both elbows up. Come up to your toes. Travel forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up to extended mountain. And then bring your hands forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Or cobra. And downward facing dog. Go ahead and reach your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, open up your hip. You can stay right here, friends. Let's start to take some hip circles right here on the right side, going in one direction. And then switch it up and go in the opposite direction. Take it back to a three-legged dog. Knee to nose tiger curl. And then step your right leg forward. A low lunge, drop your back knee. Awesome place for some blocks underneath your hands. I grab some blocks. If you got some books, maybe grab some books. Pull your hips forward. Pull your chest forward. Press your thoracic spine into your chest. And then let's shift back half splits. Pull that right hip back, lining up with your left hip. Back to low lunge. And half splits, moving with your breath. Inhale, shift forward, low lunge. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Moving back and forth at your own pace. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Inhale, shifting forward to low lunge. And exhale, shift back to half splits. You can move through that a few more times and then hold it right now. Press back to half splits. Pull your right hip to line it up with your left hip. Flex your toes towards your calf muscle. And then shift back to that low lunge. If you want to, you can go for that. You don't have to go for anything here. Lift your back knee and step back to high plank. Maybe you keep that right leg lifted or drop your toes and lower to your belly. Locust, lift up. Release. Floor bow without grabbing your ankles. Maybe you tap your ankles. Release. Cobra or upward facing dog. Press down through all 10 toes. Try not to dump into your lower back. Release. And then we got a high plank press up. Here we go. Downward facing dog. 3-legged dog. Reach your left leg up to the ceiling. You go bend your knee. Open up your hip here. You can stay right here, friends. I go for some hip circles right here on this left side. Nice and slow. And switch it out and go in the opposite direction. Going for that full range of motion. We're going to take it back to a 3-legged dog. Tiger curl, knee to nose. And then lightly tap that right leg, left foot forward. Low lunge, drop your back knee. Plant your palms to the floor. Bring them to some blocks. Whatever level suit your practice. Press your thoracic spine into your chest. That's the long part of your spine. Shift back half splits. Let's move back and forth here. Low lunge to half splits. Just moving with your breath. Taking it at your own pace. You can slow it down wherever. You might feel like you need some extra love. Just moving with your breath here. And let's hold it in that half split. Pull your left hip back to line it up with your right hip. Flex your toes towards your calf. And then bend your elbows to get yourself a little deeper into that. Shift back forward, low lunge. Lift your back knee, step your left leg back. You keep your hands on your blocks or press your palms to the floor, lower to your belly. Let's go for locust, lift up. Squeezing everything in towards midline, heels and pinky fingers. Release. Floor bow, press up. Tap your ankles, but don't grab them. Up dog or cobra, lift up. Try not to dump into your lower back. Release. Press up to high plank. Getting that upper body strength. There we go. Downward facing dog. Come up to your toes. Bend your knees. And instead of saying gaze forward, say gaze at your toes. Travel forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. There we go. Utkatasana, sit low, bend your knees. Squeeze the pit of your belly into your spine. Pull your pelvis up to your belly button. Sit back and sit low. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog. And downward facing dog. If you jump back to chaturanga, jump back with bent elbows. Let's go for warrior one. Step your right leg forward. Pull your right hip back. Left hip forward. So take up some space on your mat. I don't know why I just pulled my pants up like that. Just keeping your eyes on your mat. Clasp your hands behind your back. Reach your knuckles to the floor. Chest up to the sky. Humble warrior. Bow forward. Reaching your right forearm, to your right knee. Reach the crown of your head to the floor. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. I could do a lot more of that in this pose right here. Once again, that's why it's always good to record yourself. Rise back up to warrior one. Shift forward to warrior three. Arms in line with ears. Lift your left leg. Flex your toes towards your calf. Staying active. Just bend that bottom knee. And we're going to take this into warrior two. Take it nice and gentle and graceful. Don't be like me, because I just literally almost fell. Sit deep, reverse your warrior. And then windmill your arms to the floor, high plank. Maybe you keep your right leg lifted, low plank. Then drop your right leg, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Bring your toes to center, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Warrior one, step your left leg forward. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Squaring your hips and shoulders to the top of your mat. And then we're going to open it up to warrior two. Go ahead and line that front heel up with your back arch. Reverse your warrior. Let's take it to half moon. Left fingertips reaching towards the floor or a block. You can press into a block here. Stacking your right hip on top of your left hip. And then maybe walk your gaze up to your right thumb. Let's take a generous bend into that bottom knee, like you're trying to step back into warrior two, and then you go step back and bring it to Skandasana. Bend into your right knee, extend that left leg. And let's go for horizon lunge, spin around, back to Skandasana. So horizon lunge, drop your left hip to the floor, reach your right fingertips to your back heel, and then spin back around to Skandasana. Let's do two more. Horizon lunge to Skandasana. One more horizon lunge. We'll take that back to Skandasana. From here, take it to warrior two. Back to Skandasana. Warrior two. Skandasana. Two more. Warrior two. Skandasana. Last one. Warrior two. Sit deep. Reverse your warrior. Right into chaturanga. Step back. Maybe keep that left leg lifted, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Drop your left leg. Back to downward facing dog. Nice job. Now we get to do it again on the other side. Come up to your toes, bend your knees, gaze towards your toes, travel forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Utkatasana, sit low. Bend your knees, inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one. Step your left leg forward. Rise up. Squaring hips and shoulders to the front of the mat. Sit deep in that front knee. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. It's going to clasp your hands behind your back. Reach your knuckles to the floor. Chest up to the sky. Let's go for humble warrior. Bow forward. Bring that left shoulder to your left knee. Reaching the crown of your head to the floor. Find some softness in your elbows. Then we go slowly rise back up to warrior one. Reach your fingertips back up to the ceiling. Shift forward, warrior three. Drop that right hip to line it up with your left hip. Flex your toes towards your calf. Pull the pit of your belly into your spine. Step back, warrior two. Sit deep into that front knee. Wing your arms out. Reverse your warrior. And I'm going to take it to chaturanga. Maybe keep that left leg lifted and lower to your belly. I switched it up a little bit here. And let's go for that sequence here again. Locust. Lift up. Floor bow. Nice little spine strengthening without powering through chaturangas. You got up dog or cobra. Lift up. We're powering through upward facing dogs. Let's say that. And press up to high plank. We'll build that upper body strength brick by brick, right? Let's come back to downward facing dog. Three-legged dog. Reach your right leg up to the ceiling. Step your right leg forward. Warrior one. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Open up warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And here we go. Extended side angle. And I lied because we weren't supposed to do extended side angle. This is where I messed up. Supposed to take it into half moon. Bring that right hand to the floor. Reach your left fingertips up to the ceiling. Stack your left hip on top of your right hip. Flex your toes towards your calf. Walk your gaze up to your left fingertips. And breathe. Take a generous bend into your right knee. Step your right knee back. And let's shift back to Skandasana. Bend into your left knee. Extend your right leg. My left leg is a little jinxy. Spin that around to horizon lunge. So you take whatever modifications you need to. I sure got to take modifications on this side. Skandasana. And that's perfectly fine. Horizon lunge. Let's do that 2 more times. Spin around the Skandasana. Into horizon lunge. Move in with your breath. Take it back to Skandasana. And do we have one more? Yep. To horizon lunge. Let's come back to Skandasana. And we're going to take this back to the top of your mat. So maybe you tee your arms out to the side. And let's take it to warrior two, to the top of your mat. Back to Skandasana. Warrior two. Skandasana. Let's do 2 more. Warrior two. Skandasana. Last one, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Chaturanga. Windmill your arms down. Maybe you keep that right leg lifted lower to your belly. Press up, upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. And breathe, friends. Let's reset and move on. So this is kind of the extended cat flow. Cat's probably like, we didn't do all this in class, but it's like the extended flow cat. I'm going to try to chop it up for you again. So this is another one. I could have edited this out, but I kept it. If you want to bring a block underneath your left heel for this one, it's going to bring that Give you a little bit more length here, but my block started to slide. I don't know why. It's so humid in New Orleans right now. So flex your toes and pull your toes towards your wrists. So here we go. Straight leg, toes to wrists. Lift up and bring them in as close as you can. Straight leg, straight through the middle to your wrist. Lift up and toes to wrist one more time. Three-legged dog. Pull your toes to your wrist. Step your right leg forward. Let's go for a lizard lunge. Take whatever variation of a lizard lunge. Oh, we got this. I added this on. I didn't do it on both sides. So reach your right fingertips up to the ceiling. Drop your elbow to the floor. Reach your right fingertips up to the ceiling. Let's go for a long pyramid. I was feeling extra spicy today. Come back to low lunge twist. So you could always do that on the other side. So it's basically a low lunge twist. Elbow to the floor. Low lunge twist. Long pyramid. Back to low lunge twist. And then let's go into this. Let's get into this lizard here. Whatever variation of a lizard that suits your practice. Get into it. You can curl on the pinky side of both feet and press your hip out to the side. Drop both elbows to the floor. My hip's been calling my name lately. And hey, listen, I gotta listen to him. Because I'm the one and only. Let me see. Stop teasing. We can go for a bind right here, friends, if you want to. Keep that elbow drop or lift up to your palm. Pull your right heel into your glute. And take your, what is that, your left heel? It look like your left heel. Yep, into your glute. Take your right arm up, around, and behind to the outside of your left foot. Squeeze your shoulder blades in and walk your gaze over your right shoulder. And we'll go for two binds. So then you can bring your hand to the inside of your left foot and go ahead and drop your right shoulder to the floor and going for a completely different stretch here. And breathe. Let's go ahead and slowly release that. Plant your palms to the floor. Lift that back knee up. And we're going to step that left leg to the top of your mat to Malasana. Shift forward. Yogi squat. So we got a fun little variation of birds of paradise right here coming up. You can stay right here in your Malasana. Or you can try to go for this band right here. So walk your hand to the outside. I have to get rid of my watch, I guess. Walk your hand to the outside of your right foot. And wrap your right arm on the outside of your right knee. And then take your left arm behind your back and wrap it on the outside of your right thigh. And go ahead and interlace your fingers. Bring your feet to center. And we're going to take this into stinted bird of paradise. I've heard it been called a couple of things. Maybe like funky pigeon or something. But we'll go with stinted bird of paradise. So you go slowly rise up. Keeping that bind behind your back and opening your hips up. Continue to pull that right knee back. Using that bind to squeeze that knee towards the back of the room. Back of your mat. There you go. And release your foot back to the floor. Trying to keep that bind. And then release. We're going to switch it out. Left hand to the outside of your left foot. Take that bind around. Try to find the skinniest part of your leg right there. And then take your right arm behind your back and bind it around your left thigh. Trying to go for that interlace with your fingers. You could use a strap if you need to. Keep that bind nice and tight. Walk your feet into center and then start to lift your left leg nice and slow. I tell my students all the time I think about Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon when I'm doing this because I got to come up real slow. Slow and controlled for that transition. And let's slowly release your left foot to the floor. Come back to Malasana. And then, friends, plant your palms to the floor. Forward fold. Oh no, we're going for a crow. If crow is in your practice, let's go for crow. Walk your knees up as high as you can to your armpits. Squeezing everything in towards center line. Shift forward, gaze forward, and eventually your heels start to lift off the floor. Chaturanga. There we go. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. We're going to take it to the other side. So lift that left heel up to the ceiling, straight leg. You bring a block underneath your right foot if you want to. Straight leg, toes to wrist. Three-legged dog. Pull your toes in as close as you can to your left wrist. Three-legged dog. Toes to wrist. One more time. Three-legged dog. Draw your toes into your wrist, straight leg, and step it all the way forward. Lizard lunge. And hold it here. Same thing here, friends. It don't have to be the same thing on this side, but take whatever variation of lizard is calling your names. You could drop both elbows to the floor. You could drop your knee to the floor. You could bring your hand to the outside of your left leg. And just holding it here. And maybe drop your back knee, curl your right heel into your glute. Take that left arm up around and behind and go for that bind. On the outside of your left foot, pinky edge side, squeeze your shoulder blades into each other. Maybe walk your gaze over your left shoulder. And we're going to switch that bind out. Bring your hand into the inside of your left foot. Drop your left shoulder to the floor. That's your right foot, sorry. Let's go ahead and slowly release that bind. Plant your left palm to the floor. Lift your back knee. And you're going to slap that right leg forward to Malasana. Yogi squat. It's nice and deep. Maybe bring your hands to heart center and reach your fingertips forward and slowly drop your hips to the floor. And let's meet in Navasana. And then low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. We're doing 8. High boat. Low boat. Maybe 4 more. High boat. Low boat. You can bring your arms in line with ears. Straighten your legs. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat, and then rock back and forth the length of your spine about 3 to 4 times. And we'll come back to Malasana at the top of your mat, meeting the yogi squat. There we go. Breathe. And then plant your palms to the floor. Heel toe your feet into center. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And let's take it into Utkatasana. Sit low. Pull the pit of your belly into your spine. Sit back. Let's bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Hook that left arm on the outside of your right thigh. Pull your left knee back to line it up with your right knee. And maybe open up your hands up floor to ceiling. Reaching your left fingertips to the floor. Reach your right fingertips up to the heat panels or the ceiling. I am in a heated room. Come back to Utkatasana. Hands at heart center. Twist to your left. Hook your right arm on the outside of your left leg. That's why I'm sweating so much. Open up your hands floor to ceiling. Walk your gaze up to your left finger, thumb. Come back to Utkatasana. Forward fold. Exhale. Let's take your fingers to toes. Peace fingers to your toes. Reach the crown of your head to the floor. Press your hips up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows and knees as much as you need to make this possible. And you start to shift forward if you got straight legs and lift your heels off the floor. It's going to feel like you'll fall down, and you might fall down, but you'll be fine. Halfway lift. Me in this yoga costume. Utkatasana. I won't call out this bra, but I will never wear this again. Hands at heart center. Let's twist to the right. Let's do that again. Pressing your left palm into your right palm. You can take that to your fullest expression. Weaken your arms out, floor to ceiling. You can even go in the side grip. Utkatasana. Hands at heart center. Twist to your left. Hook your right arm over your left thigh. Open up your hands, floor to ceiling. We'll do a video where we break side crow down. But not today. Utkatasana. We've done enough. Forward fold. Exhale. Then you're going to take your palms to toes. Toes to your palm creases. And I'm nice and sweaty, so I'm going to use my towel and flip them over. And walk your toes to your creases of your palms. Same thing here. Reach the crown of your head to the floor. Press your hips up to the ceiling and breathe. Staying connected to that Ujjayi breath. Deep inhales in through the nose. And letting those exhales travel back out through your nose. Release your grip. Halfway lift. I still have that grip in forward fold. I always say, I don't really say release your grip. That's the first time I actually said it, but release that grip now. Forward fold. Halfway left. Forward fold. Let's go for standing leg raise. Maybe take your peace finger to your big toe and rise up. Or take your hand to your knee. Whatever variation serves your practice. Reach your left fingertips up to the ceiling. Pull your right shoulder into the socket. Pull your right hip into the socket. And then open up. That's why I'm going to lose my balance here, y'all. But I'm going to try to be quiet so maybe you can keep your balance. Walk your gaze over your left shoulder. Continue to press your hips forward. Let's switch it out and take it to revolve. Standing leg raise. Left hand on the outside of your right hand. Reach your right fingertips to the back of the room. And it's only because I got a camera recording me. Let's take it back to center, to figure four. See, I didn't even edit it. I shouldn't even say anything. I don't want you to look. Figure four, your right foot over your left. Oh, actually, get back into revolve standing leg raise if you fell out. And then we go take figure four, that right leg over your left knee. And let's sit into chair. Sit back and sit down. Maybe use your right leg as a shelf. And take whatever variation of a chair you want to here. We're going to twist. Twist to the left. Hooking that right arm on the outside of your right foot. And try to press your left palm into your right palm and twist. Same thing here. Maybe you reach your right fingertips to the floor. Left fingertips reach up to the ceiling. And breathe. Let's take it back to center, to extended mountain. And hands to your side. I was definitely all the way messing up, but I didn't want y'all to look at the camera. So you would be messing up, copying off of me. Let's go extended mountain into forward fold. Catch your left fingertips to your left toes or left hand to knee. And let's rise up for standing leg raise. Let's try it again on the other side. I've never taken balance personal. Reach your right fingertips up to the ceiling. That's why I decided to just keep it on the recording. So you can see, I'm by no means, you can tell I'm not perfect, but I don't want anybody to ever think we sticking every move here. Open your left leg out to the left. Walk your gaze over your right shoulder. Reaching your right fingertips out to the right. And then take that back to center and switch it out. Right hand to the outside of your left foot. Reach your left fingertips to the back of the room. And then walk your gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe. Staying connected with your breath. Let's take that back to center and figure four, your left leg over your right knee. So left ankle crossed over your right knee. And then sit back into Utkatasana. Maybe you reach your fingertips up to the ceiling or you twist. You could even go to, I can't even think of the name of that one right now, but it's like flying pigeon. Hook your left arm on the outside of your right foot. Press your palms into each other. And maybe walk your gaze over your right shoulder. Balance was not a thing for me today. We're going to take it back to center. And then rise up to extended mountain. Inhale. And let's bring your hands to heart center. Samastitihi. And then hands to your side, Tadasana. Let's go for dancer. Take whatever variation of a dancer you want to. I'm going to grab a strap. And if you have a strap, or you're going to pause the video, grab a strap, or grab like a tie or something long that you could grip. You don't even need a strap for this one. If you want to go for traditional dancer, just bring your right hand out to the right, bend your right knee, and bring your hand to the inside of your right foot. If you want to use that strap, you go step your right foot through the strap, crisscross the strap over your right foot, and then step your left leg through the strap. And then take that desired grip of your choice and start to kick your right foot up to the ceiling. Let your legs pull your elbows back. Keep your chest lifted. Drop your right hip down and continue to kick. If you got to pause the video and start it up, and rewind it and see that how I step through it again, I'm gonna do a better explanation this time. Let's try dancer on the left side. So, taking your straps in both hands, step your left foot onto the strap, then take those straps and cross it, switch out your hands, walk your right foot through, and then you can choke up those straps as much as you want to on your hands. And this time I'm going to have to come out of it because I kind of didn't get a good grip, which is normal because it's not the Yoga Olympics, it's yoga practice. We practice to get a little deeper into our poses. So you see I had to step out because that left hand, I got a little jinxy. So stepping out, get that desired grip. So you bring those straps up, you can twirl them as much as you need to. And then you go bend your elbows. There you go. Lift your elbows up to the ceiling. Press your thoracic spine into your chest. Knit your ribs into each other. And kick your left heel up to the ceiling. Kicking. And kicking is the object of how you get this stretch in. So your kick is going to pull your elbows back and keep your chest lifted. Let's go ahead and release that. I really love that version of dancer. So go ahead and throw your strap to the side. We're done with that. We're going to make our way to the floor, friends. Essentially and eventually. It doesn't seem like I'm ready yet. But go ahead and reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Extend that mountain. Take a little back bend here. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Let's go ahead and plant your palms to the floor and step it back to a high plank. From here, y'all, we go slowly lower to your belly. And we go strengthen that spine, the back part of your core. Extend your arms out long. Oh, no, we go for a little scorpion stretch first. Let's say that part. Extend your right arm out to the side. Bend your left knee, cross your left leg over your right leg. Roll onto your right shoulder. And take what you need. Breathe into it. You may press that left palm into the floor, or you could even take your left hand behind your back and interlace it with your right fingers. Switch that out. Extend your left arm out long. This time, bend your right leg over your left knee. Roll onto that left shoulder. And take what you need here. We're almost coming to the end of our practice. We got a little bit more core and a little stretching to do. You could always break this up into 2 workouts. Take it back to center. And here we go with a little spinal strengthening. Extend your arms in line with ears. And we're pulsing it up. Pulsing your legs and arms up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and swim your arms back and take it to locust. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your heels, squeeze your pinky fingers into each other, and then release. I'm going to do that one more time. Reach your arms in line with your ears. Thumbs reaching up to the ceiling. Pinky fingers pressed against the floor. Palms facing each other. Squeeze everything in towards midline and pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Swim your arms back. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to the outside of your ankles or maybe right below your toes. And then kick your heels up to the ceiling. Once you kick your heels up to the ceiling, your chest is going to peel off the floor, reaching the crown of your head up to the ceiling, and essentially reaching your head towards your heels. And release. Plant your palms to the floor, shift back to the back of your mat. You can take a child's pose here if you want to. Or just come in seated onto your heels. And we'll go for one Ustrasana, camel pose here. So you'll rise up, bring your hands to your lower back, fingertips facing the floor. Squeeze your elbows into each other. Drop the crown of your head to the floor. Continue to press your hips forward. You can stay right here, friends, and you are in the pose. If you want to walk your hands to your heels, fingers inside, thumbs outside. It's almost like you're gripping your heels and pulling your hips away from your heels. Continue to press your hips forward. Drop the crown of your head back. Press your thoracic spine into your chest. Lengthen in through your spine. Try not to dump into your lower back. Release. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your hips back to your heels. We'll do this one more little core exercise because we like it so much. Walk your hands right there in front of your knees, about 6 inches. And you'll press your hips up to the ceiling. Pike it up and then release. Pike up. Drop your knees to the floor. You got 6 more. 6. Knees down. 5. Drop your knees to the floor. 3. Pike it up. Release. 2. Pike up. Release. And 1. Pike it up. Release. Actually, you got 1 more. Pike up. And then roll over to your heels. There we go. Walking your hands back towards your feet. I'm just trying to get some room so I can make sure I'm in the camera. We're about to take this where you need it, sway side to side, whatever you need. And we're taking this back into Malasana. And from here, friends, we're going into our last bit of back bends here. Shift back. Oh, we're going to do a little bit more core first. Low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat. I'm going fast. Low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat. Hold it here and release. And we'll do some core before we do our last bit of back bend. So I was mistaken. That's okay. I'm not perfect. Stack your knees on top of your hips. First, give yourself a little hug because you love yourself because, you know, you seem like you're a little bit more perfect than me because I keep messing up. Anyway, stack your knees on top of your hips. Bring your fingertips behind your ears. And, I'm getting some water first. I'm really doing the absolute most before we do these 100 bicycle crunches. So you might want to do the absolute most too. So grab you some water. And maybe you pause the video. You might need to do whatever you want to do. And let's roll back onto your back safely. Don't do like me. So bring your hands behind your thighs and roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your fingertips behind your ears and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bicycle crunches. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think it's 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 100. Here we go. Hug your knees and to center. Take what you need right here. And then whenever you're ready, y'all, we're going to rock. We're going to take a happy baby first, yeah. I know that's coming up, so take what you need and bring that right into happy baby. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to the outsides of your feet. Your entire spine on the floor. The back of your head to your hips. We'll go ahead and release that. We're going to rock back and forth the length of your spine, friends, as many times as you need, and take that back into Malasana. And this is where I get real fun at right here. So from here, y'all, you can stay right here in this Malasana. Or, I'm trying to set up my little knee, feeling kind of funny. You can stay here. Or we can do flip dog or wheel. So you're going to drop your right hand back. Press your hips up to the ceiling. You can walk your feet in. Maybe you lift your heel to make it a little more accessible. And then press your hips up. Release. Come back to Malasana. And take it to the other side. Left hand down. Flip dog or wheel. Press your hips up to the ceiling. Let's take that back to Malasana. And we'll do it again one more time on both sides. You see, I'm not perfect at this. I'm still learning this one to myself. Press your hips up to the ceiling, flip dog or wheel. And make those adjustments with your feet. You know, in flip dog and wheel, your feet actually become parallel. So you got to start walking your feet in. And then release. Come back to Malasana. Last time, let's go for flip dog or wheel. Plant your left palm to the back of your mat. Your fingertips are facing the back, and eventually your wrist is going to round around with the other hand, and both fingertips are going to be facing towards your heels for that wheel. Walk your heels in, toes in, and take it back to Malasana. Make those adjustments, because you don't want to be going into it with bad form and then mess something up, you know. Reach your fingertips forward, drop your hips to the floor, back to that boat, and then lower to your back. Same thing here. Do it safely. Slowly lowering onto your back. Taking your hands to your shins and creating some circles with your knees. Let's take it back to happy baby. And take what you need here. Maybe you rock side to side, or just find some stillness. You can extend one leg and the other. And then you might choose to extend both legs out to the side. Go ahead and release that, friends. Go ahead and extend your left leg to the top of your mat. Keep that right knee hugged in towards your right armpit. Avoid your rib cage. Maybe around your ankle out here. It's that last bit of stretch. A little added core here for some fun. You just walk your hand up your thigh. Maybe use a strap here to keep your shoulders pulling towards the floor. Take your peace fingers to your big toes. Let's go ahead and open your right foot out to the right and walk your gaze over your left shoulder. Keep that left hip planted into the floor. So you might even take your left hand and press it into your left hip for a little self-assist. And let's switch it out. Even your grip. Take your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Extend your right arm out to the right side of the room. Walk your gaze over your right shoulder. And drop that left leg over. It's your right leg over your left leg. For another version of a supine twist. Go ahead and lift your right leg back up to the ceiling. Now lift your shoulders off the floor. Bring your hands behind your thigh or your calf. Keep that compression. Hover your left heel off the floor about 2 inches, and we're going to switch it out. Extend your fingertips to the floor. Drop your right leg down. Lift your left leg up. We're going for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. You can even bring your arms in line with ears here. You got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking it into bicycle crunches. So bring your fingertips. We're actually going into dead bugs. So reaching your fingertips up to the ceiling and just left arm, right leg extend. Right arm, left leg extend. Let's go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. And I probably lost count, so just finish it out. Doing 10 more. Dead bugs. So normally I take that into bicycle crunches. That's why I messed that up. So we got 30 leg lifts and 20 dead bugs, making it a count of 50. If you want to hold yourself accountable, let's release that. And I'm going to try to count it out proper on the other side. So dead bugs is just opposite leg, opposite arm extending. Go ahead and pull that left knee into center, avoiding your rib cage. Extend your right leg to the top of your mat. And breathe. Maybe roll out your ankle on your left foot. Take it in both directions. We'll go ahead and extend your left leg up to the ceiling and find that grip of your choice. You can use a strap here. You can walk your hand behind your thigh, your calf, or take your peace finger to your left toes. Keeping that leg lifted. Extend your right arm out to the side. And you take that right leg and open it out to the right. Same thing here. You want to keep that right hip pressed into the floor. So you might take your right hand to your right hip and press it down. Or extend out long and gaze over your right shoulder. Just doing what suits your practice. Take it back to center. Switch that grip out. Right hand to the outside of your left foot. Extend your left arm out long. And extend your right leg to the outside, the right side of your mat. Walk your gaze over your left shoulder. And now take it back to center, y'all. So, lift your shoulders off the floor. You can take your hand to the back of your calf or your thigh. Lift your right leg off the floor about 2 inches. Fingertips reaching towards the front of the room. And let's go switch it out for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dead bug. Bend your knees. Reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. We got 16 more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into center. I'm still going. I don't know why. I look like I actually added 10 more on. So if you want to add 10 more, because I actually lost count this time. And I did so good with my counting. I added 10 more. Anyway, hug your knees into center. That's it for core. Rock back and forth the length of your spine. And we're going to take this into half pigeon. You can actually do a vinyasa on the way there, but I'm just going to get real lazy with it because we've been working out for about an hour so far. So right knee Bent in front of you, extend your left leg towards the back of the mat. Stay uplifted without just dumping over your right leg. And you go slowly release your chest to the floor and extend your arms out long. Let's go for half pigeon. Breathing, staying connected with your breath. Pressing down through that back foot, pulling your left hip forward, pull your right hip back. Staying connected to your intention. And not waiting for a cue, listening to your body. Always doing what feels comfortable to you. A nice little hold here in pigeon. And we'll slowly rise up. Swing over, swing that left leg towards the front of your mat. Now let's take Janu Shashasana. Plant the sole of your right foot into your left thigh. Left foot up to the left corner of your mat. Reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers. Twist towards your left foot. And then hook your interlaced fingers over your left foot. Bring your forehead to knee. So if none of those things happen, if you can't make the hook or you can't bring your forehead to knee, bend your left knee as much as you need to. And eventually just start to kick your heel out towards the left side of your mat. So bend that knee if you need to. Let's go ahead and release that. You'll bend your left knee and extend your right leg back for half pigeon. If you want to get into a different way, taking a vinyasa, be my guest. This is your practice. So dropping that right hip down. Try not to roll onto your left hip. So pulling that right hip forward, left hip back, And we'll slowly lower forward. Extend your arms out long. Trying to find that ease and that effort here in pigeon. So I hear a lot of teachers say, try not to check out. So I'm guessing you got to find more effort here in pigeon than ease. But I don't know, it's so funny because I'm always like, my hips, everything is talking to me in a pigeon pose. So I can't really check out. So there you go. I got to find that ease. So trying to find that Sthira Sukham. It's a little yoga term for ease and effort. Staying connected with your Ujjayi breath. And we'll slowly rise up. Swing your right leg around to the top of your mat. We'll take Janu Shashasana. Plant the sole of your left foot into your right thigh. Reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers. Twist towards your right leg. Hinge forward at the hips. Trying to go for that 10-finger interlace around your right foot, thumbs included with that grip. Forehead to knee. Halfway lift and slowly rise up. Extend both legs forward. And we're going to take a seated forward fold. So reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Walk your sits bones out the way. So get that meat out of your, whatever is holding you back from folding forward. And then interlace your fingers. Hinge forward at the hips. You can keep that interlace, or you can take your peace fingers to your big toes. You could also use a strap here to get you a little deeper into that. Or if you want to get deeper into your forward fold, bring a block or two behind your feet and work with that. So bending your elbows, pull your toes towards the crown of your head, and halfway lift, release. And here we go. We're going to go for an inversion of your choice. So I'm going to actually do an inversion that I absolutely hate, But that's just, I guess, something to challenge me. I'm going to do shoulder stand. And I don't hate it because I don't like the way it feels. I actually don't hate it for the vanity part of it because I don't like the way I look in it. So let's safely lower onto your back. And you can take whatever inversion you want to here. You can go for a waterfall, headstand, handstand, whatever you want. And I'm going to go for a shoulder stand. So you can see I get into my shoulder stand with a plow first. But bring your hands to your lower back and then keep your elbows squeezing in and lift your heels up to the ceiling. Press your hips forward towards the top of your mat. So pressing your hips towards your face. Stacking your heels on top of your hips. There you go. And just breathe. Once you get into a shoulder stand, you don't want to turn your neck to the left or the right. So you pretty much just want to listen to my voice. That also helps me because you don't get to see the way I look in the shoulder stand. Don't pause the tape too either. I'm teasing, it's really not that bad. Let's take it into plow. So start to pike your toes to the floor. Press your hips back for a little balance. And there we go. Rest your toes onto the floor. Interlace your fingers maybe, if you want to, behind your back. And breathe. Trying to keep those hips stacked on top of your shoulders. And from here, guys, you can stay right there and plow, or you can take it into air pressure pose. I always want to cross my ankles, and I always get corrected for that. But drowning out the sound of my voice right now, press your knees into your ears. And you go slowly rise up. We're going to take this right into fish pose. So slowly roll out one vertebrae at a time. And I think it's the only reason I wanted to do a shoulder stand, because I like to take shoulder stands into fish pose. That's kind of how I learned how to do a fish pose. So slowly drop your hips to the floor, lift your chest up to the ceiling, reach the crown of your head to the floor. There we go. Point your toes towards the top of your mat. Pull the pit of your belly into your spine. Knit your ribs into each other. Crown of your head pressing into the floor. There we go. Breathe. And then you can stay here, friends, or release. Figure 4, your right ankle over your left knee. Drop your knees off to the right. Press your hips up to the ceiling. Lower your hips to the floor. Drop your heels off to the left. Come back to center. Pull your left knee into your chest. Drop your heels to the floor. Knees off to the right. Come back to center. Press your hips up to the ceiling. Lower hips to the floor. Pull your left knee into your chest. Drop your heels to the floor. Drop your knees off to the left and stay here. We're going to go for that IT band stretch. So take your left hand, the hand that's closest to that bent knee. Take your left hand to your right ankle. So assess that with your body right now and figure out what's left and right. Keep that right knee lifted up to the ceiling and then press your right knee away from your face. And feel that deep IT band stretch. And I'm going to take it one better for y'all. So we're going to take this into flying monkey. You're going to find your left ankle with your right hand. So find that. Drop your right shoulder to the floor. Keeping your hand to the outside. Left hand to the outside of your right foot. Extend your left foot towards the right side of your mat and walk your gaze over. Well, actually extend your right leg to the left side of your mat. Walk your gaze over your right shoulder. Sorry if I threw you off right there. So left hand to the outside of your right foot. And right hand to the left ankle. Go ahead and release it. You better see it better on this side. So here we go. Figure 4, your left foot over your right leg. And let's find that combination again. Drop your knees off to the left. Come back to center. Press your hips up to the ceiling. Lower down. Drop your knees, feet off to the right. Come back to center. Press your hips up to the ceiling. Oh no, pull your knee into your chest. Sorry, right knee to chest. Lower down. I was on the move. Drop your knees off to the left. Let's take it back to center. Here's where that combo is. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. Lower down. Pull your right knee into your chest. Lower down. And then drop your left heel off to the right side of your mat. Taking your right hand to your left ankle. All right, maybe walk your gaze over your left shoulder. Now with that hand attached to your ankle, press that knee that your hand is attached to away from your face. And breathe. And if you can, take your left hand to your right ankle. There we go. Drop your left shoulder to the floor. And now you got your right hand attached to your left outside pinky finger, foot. There we go. It kick your left leg out to the right side of your mat. Continue to pull that left shoulder into the floor. And then slowly release. Taking it back to center. Let's go to Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Knees fall open. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Let's go ahead and take it back to that intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of practice. Whatever that might be. My mind was showing up for myself, which in turn helps me show up for others. And I think I accomplished that today. So, friends, whenever you're ready, I invite you to set up for your final resting position. Shavasana, quiet mind, quiet body, deep rest. And as you take a second to relax on your mat, I am just going to read from, it's just a little, it's technically a scripture, but I won't even say where I got it from, but I'm just going to read it. And it kind of goes with, I kind of think it kind of aligns up with my intention for today. And it says, "Behold, how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell in unity." And I'm not sure how that lines up with my intention, but I guess it makes sense by saying, like, how pleasant it is when someone shows up for themselves and they're with others and we're together in unity. So maybe it doesn't make sense, but yoga definitely stands for union. So here we are in union and unity. So I'll be quiet and let you rest for a couple of more minutes. And friends, you're welcome to stay here as long as you want to. And whenever you're ready, you can start to bring some movement back to your body. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Rounding out your wrists and ankles. Reach your arms long over your body. Point your toes towards the top of your mat for that nice full body stretch. You're going to hug your knees into center. Give yourself a nice hug. Then roll over to your right side and pause for gratitude. Whenever you're ready, make your way to a comfortable seat. Seated upright. Maybe you cross your legs or seated on your shins. Whatever is comfortable to your body. And go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Keeping your eyes closed or a soft gaze. Friends, thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through practice. Please like, share, subscribe, donate, whatever your heart leads you to do. But just please come back again and try it again every day. I'll be here. Or there will be some variation of a video here. So whenever you're ready, bring your thumbs up to your third eye chakra and give it a nice little rub. And know that the light, love, and joy within me sees, honors, and salutes the light, love, and joy within each and every one of you. Namaste. Thanks again, guys. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.